Oh my gosh, I love that.
That was so funny. She just picked up a little badass thing, hit the button, and she's like, wait, but I'm a good girl. And she just
Converted it. Oh, dude, Budum had that as his alarm setting for the longest time.
I know.
You want to wake up with a smile on your face? Wake up to the sounds of a truth-telling 3-year-old. Hello, and welcome to the next episode of It's Your Time to Shine, a podcast about being a mom in a modern world. My name is Jaspreet Kaur, and with me is my friend, Lisa Vora.
Hey, I'm Lisa Vora, mother of a good ass.
Hey, Lisa, how are you today?
Good. We are almost all packed for moving.
Oh, man.
I don't know if I made a grand announcement, but we're moving.
Yes, moving is tough.
Oh, my God.
I am not a fan. I've only moved, I've been really lucky. I've only moved 5 times my entire life.
Yeah, but you've had big moves. I mean, you went from one state to another state, then you went from one big house to another big house, which I think is the hardest move, house to house.
Yeah, I think those can be hard. We also moved to London for a little while. I didn't take that much stuff, mostly clothes when I went. But that was that was the easiest move because we just didn't take furniture and stuff. And I think packing up furniture, and the more kids you have too, the more stuff you accumulate.
Yes.
We were talking about tidying up too, so that is a good time to tidy up.
I'm tidying up all right. I'm going to actually do my closet after this because I use my closet for the podcast. And once my clothes are gone,
That's so funny.
I'm not going to sound as professional, quote unquote professional.
The insulation, aka Lisa sweaters, will be out of their studio.
Exactly. The sweaters are going into a box. Or half of them because I'm going to dump half. Not dump, but donate half. So that's my point. I'm going to donate a bunch of stuff in this closet. I'm looking.
Oh, good. Remember we were talking about Dress for Success last time, so hopefully you can find a donation station for some of your more professional clothes.
Oh, my God. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you. I've been giving everything to Goodwill, but I forgot about that. And I haven't done my professional clothes yet, so I'm going to look.
Oh, perfect. And the other thing about moving, the part of this must be as we get older and we're more financially secure if we've been saving and making the right choices. But I am more willing to get rid of stuff too because I think I'm just as we get older, we're also don't care about as much stuff. Hopefully. I feel like that's been the trend with me. Now I'm just if you're not sure if you're going to use it, give it to someone else. And I've been giving away a lot of things to others who will use them rather than just donating them.
Yeah, and I think it's also, like you just said, it's getting older, and then you have also that perspective about someone else needs this more than me.
Yeah.
And I didn't think about stuff like that. Having a child has actually made me, I guess it's the cliche, it's making me a better person, It's like plastic bags. When I went shopping, I would just do plastic bags, and now I actually, take bags with me, and Allie watches me. So I guess it's like a combination of everything. It's the times we're in, because I think we're taking all of this way more seriously than we did 15 years ago. And getting older and having a child.
Yeah. I've been trying to tell my girl, especially my oldest one, about the disposable clothes culture that Forever 21 and H&M have really started. Because it used to be, think back to when we were in college. Yes, there were, the cheaper stores like TJ Maxx, Marshalls. I actually worked at a TJ Maxx, so I used to shop primarily at TJ Maxx. But overall, that was considered, the deal store, right? And then people would shop at Macy's or Victoria's Secret or Gap, Banana Republic, and things were expensive. There wasn't the deals that you get now. And now you go into Forever 21 and H&M, and it's really cheap clothes. You can get something for $10, but it falls apart after you wash it 2 or 3 times. And so it creates all these our landfills are filled with clothes that don't last very long. And so I've been trying to teach my kids that, get things that are durable, that even if they're a little more expensive, that are going to last for a while, and you're not going to just spend $15 every month, on a shirt.
So I feel like the universe is talking to me because I'm guilty.
Are you?
I go to Children's Place for Allie, but let me tell you the story. A few days ago, I interviewed a girl, a mom. I call her consignment mom. That's my story. Mm-hmm. And she takes clothing from moms, children's clothing, and she sells them and gives the moms half. So she's got a nice little business. I mean, I went to her little closet last week, and anyway, long story short, I interview her and she talks about this, how important it is for the clothes to be durable, because exactly what you just said. And then I'm sitting there cringing, right? I'm like, oh. And then I was like, so I guess you won't take Forever 21. And she looked at me and I was like, I'm not for sorry. I guess you won't take Children's Place. And she looked at me and I was like, yeah, I guess if I bought it for $4, then okay. So, but my point is, between you and her, I'm very honest. I'm not perfect, obviously, and this is a problem. As I'm talking to you, I'm thinking I should be doing something. I should buy Allie more quality clothing, especially since this girl stays the same size. Like, I have no excuse.
Yeah, it makes sense. That's cool. That's a cool business idea, too. Like, that sounds really cool, what she's doing.
She's doing great. Yeah, it'll be a cool piece when it's done.
And it's cool that she's because she's basically recycling and reusing the clothes, which I think is awesome. And I'm a huge fan of that. Remember, I was telling you when we did our tidying up episode, I had filled bags of clothes and I took them to my friends and I was like, just look through them and see if there's anything you want. People took everything. Like I was left with, out of those 6 big bags, I had one bag that I didn't want to give my friends because I was like, this is just, it's more like pajamas and T-shirts that are really worn out. And even those, I didn't throw them away. I just put them aside. There's a women and children's shelter here. And sometimes they need clothes like for emergency situations, just to like wear for a few hours kind of thing. So they actually could use pajamas and sweatpants and stuff a lot more than the dresses. But I think it's awesome too that like you have this friend that's doing that now, that's opening your eyes up. And then my friends are willing to take our stuff because, there's some people out there who wouldn't take hand-me-downs, even if they were brand new or had gone just to cut the tag off them,
Yeah. Some people we don't know at all, some people out there wouldn't do it. Obviously, I'm guilty again.
Why? You don't take hand-me-downs?
Generally, no.
You've taken Hadgun's hand-me-downs.
Yeah, I take your stuff because I know you have good taste. So today's another example of how much I suck. All right?
No, you don't. This is an opportunity. Speaking of, I have a bunch of Punjabi clothes. I was going to ask you if Allie wants them. They're Hadgun's.
Yeah, sure.
See, here's another example. I feel like because we bridge these multiple cultures, we have double the clothes. Like my girls,
yes,
and including me, I have Punjabi clothes, and then I also have like the regular professional clothes, and then I have casual clothes, American clothes. And so like with their Punjabi/Indian clothes, they don't wear them that much, and then they grow out of them.
That's how I feel with Allie right now. Allie's got so many cute lehengas. And I'm like, another year, someone get married, someone do something. She needs to wear them. But talking about having all these clothes, I'm realizing as we're packing right now, like, oh my God, I have like my entire Indian closet, which by the way, even though our house is bigger, we have less closet space. So I don't even know where to put my Indian clothes. And then Allie's Indian clothes. And I'm trying not to do wardrobe closets at all for packing, just like put them in boxes or bags. And
yeah,
I called the guy and I was like, so we're going to need a few for my Indian clothes.
Yeah, you don't want them to get wrinkled. It's such a hassle to like have to steam them.
Right. But point is, just to bounce off you, we have so many different types of clothing,
Yeah, totally. Yeah, there's so much, and then it doesn't get used as much. And then add to that the whole uniform thing too. And it's a whole thing.
Exactly. And then also, something again, I'm guilty. I'm kind of aware. So on some level, John Oliver did a piece about how Children's Place, I actually looked this up because I really want to know, who's making these clothes, where sweatshops, what's going on, because obviously I don't want to support that. So that's a whole other layer of issues buying really cheap clothes.
I don't think it stops at clothing. Like clothing is the last thing we think about. I feel like sometimes we think more about like food, organic food. Where is it grown? Where does it come from? Meats are some things that we focus on, like where does it come from? Is it locally sourced? And does it have antibiotics? And clothes is one level of it. And then there's also like furniture and just basically how you do business. I like that saying where you vote with your money. You show what's important by how you spend your money. And they're like expanding on what you're saying, the responsible sourcing or things that are made with like child labor or cruelty. Like that's another
right.
aspect of clean living and really making like a conscious effort on how we spend our money.
I cannot do it. Oh my God. I cannot be a perfect person. As you're talking, I was like, what's organic and what's not? Where is my furniture from? I don't
Well, not that furniture would be organic, but you know what I mean.
But I'm saying for me, I'm being honest. It's like The Good Place, right? That's the whole thing. How do you get all those points? How do you be a perfect person, you know? So that's all. But no, I agree with you. I'm just thinking about what I do and some of my habits. And that's why I like having these conversations, because it opens up my mind and makes me want to make a change, because I am big on that if you can look back a year, you should be able to say I've grown every year.
Right.
Hey, I grew today since the beginning of this podcast. So that's awesome.
Yeah. No, I think that is really great. And and it's also about what you can do, right? So if you can't buy, if money is an issue or concern, obviously you don't want to say, oh, I'm going to buy expensive clothes that are going to last 10 years, but then not be able to put food on the table.
Yeah, there is that whole thing. Same with the organic food. Not everyone can afford it, you know? So it's affordability for the individual.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it goes, and it's also why it's important to be really active in your local community and be aware of what regulations and government are out there too, because not all food is created equally, and it's more important, in my opinion, to have some things that are organic rather than others, such as like meat, poultry, and dairy, because they tend to carry a lot more antibiotics and hormones within the food. But also that should be a right for everyone, like based on your socioeconomic status. You should not be prohibited from having good, wholesome, natural, healthy food for you and your family.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Just because you're at a financial disadvantage, why should people who make more money have healthier options?
Yeah.
Be the only ones to have these healthy options.
Exactly.
So I agree with that completely. And then also there are different things. Like they just did a report on NBC about certain foods are okay, not organic. Like avocados is fine, you know, but like strawberries, blueberries. So all like you just said, poultry is important, and dairy, like you said, dairy.
Yeah, all the dairy, milk, and eggs can hold a lot of antibiotics. And then the berries, obviously, berries are very difficult to grow without going bad. So they end up getting sprayed with a lot of pesticide. And so that's the reason you'd want to get organic versions of that, because if you've ever sprayed a bug with Off or with Raid, which I don't buy anymore because I've done it and it's terrible, it's like a neurotoxin. It attacks their nervous system, and that's what pesticides are made out of. So it's like you definitely don't want to have that in your kid's body.
Right.
All of this, I think, too, there's a balance to it as well.
No, I will say in all honesty, like I was using just a story about last summer. In general, like we use whatever, these organic, bug sprays that are either, low or no DEET. But I went to Florida, Sanibel Island, and I got attacked. It was so bad. It took weeks to recover from all that. And then when I came home, I got tired of it and I got off of myself. I'm just saying, it's just like it was so ridiculous. Like every time I went outside, and now I just got scarred because I couldn't sleep that well. I'm itching all night. Mm-hmm. So, and that was a certain type of bug. But I'm just saying that sometimes, we want perfection, we want to do the best we can, but then something happens in everyday life, and I made that choice.
That organic stuff, it's like the mosquitoes are also like, yeah, this is no big deal.
Hey, she has the organic stuff on. Everyone right over here.
Or the joke is, like when if you take Off or bug spray like Cutter, the good American bug spray, when you go to India, the bugs are attracted to it because it has that fragrance. Mm-hmm. And so they'll be swarming you. And so the joke used to be when we were in India that our cousins would say oh, they know the Americans are here because they can smell your bug spray and they're all coming to get you. And there must have been something to it, because one night me, Amrik, Padam, and Pavneet were all sleeping in the same room. We wake up in the morning, only me and Amrik are covered with mosquito bites. The other two were totally fine. And I was like, what happened? Mm-hmm. They just liked us. So, yeah, so, then I have to decide, okay, do I want to have an organic bug spray, or do I want to protect my kid against dengue and Zika and malaria and all these other things? You have to make the wise choice.
And that's what I'm saying. Every moment is kind of a trade-off. Mm-hmm. You make trade-off choices every second of your life, I know when I'm off balance. Like right now when we spoke about clothing, I'm like, I am off balance and I should probably think about what I'm doing, But I know when I'm justified too.
And I think that's the most important thing that we can give our kids is like, and for ourselves, like get educated on what is out there, like sunscreen, what's in it, what are the side effects, how does it affect us? And then we can at least make the informed decision. And it is about a trade-off because I can't afford to have all natural makeup, all natural like organic cotton clothes and organic food and like no pesticide bug spray. So I have to look at all of them and say, okay, which one am I going to prioritize and bring into my life? And then slowly I can try to focus on making other changes as well.
Hey, I'm doing something right. I don't really wear makeup. Not really. I don't like wear makeup. So am I helping? I just want to know I'm helping doing something right.
Yes. Yeah, you're winning.
Because this entire conversation has been about what Lisa's doing wrong.
And that's amazing. You have such great skin. Like I don't know how you like survive without concealing. It's really wonderful.
Oh, no. What? I think you have great skin. I mean, makeup, you look beautiful. Without makeup, you look beautiful. But mine is basically just laziness. I mean, every day having to put on makeup, my hair is already a big deal, right? I do focus a little bit more on my hair than most people.
Mm-hmm.
So that already takes like every time out of the shower, it takes like, 20, 25 minutes to dry and curl a little.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't have time for makeup. So I don't wear makeup. I just wear eyeliner and sometimes lip gloss, but that's it. That's
like a great everyday busy mom routine. Eyeliner just to make your eyes look a little bit wider, some lip gloss, and then maybe like a chubby color stick, which is like it looks like lipstick, but it's made for your cheeks, and you just put like a smear of it on.
Oh, okay. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture of it. And it's just convenient because you don't need a brush for it. You don't need to like dab powder or anything. It's just a quick little pop of color. Yeah, I spend so much time like straightening and then curling my hair every morning.
You do?
I'm just kidding.
Oh! Time for Lisa to take a nap.
I'm totally joking.
Actually, can I just say something? Side note, it took 42 years to perfect my hair. That's it. 42 years.
And what's going to happen now? Is it going to keep getting better, or is the arc behind you and it's all downhill from here?
It's probably going to go downhill because it's all getting grays. But when I was at work, your sister and a few everyone I saw, what are you doing with your hair? And like Sub actually wanted to know how I'm curling it. I have just somehow figured out how to do that perfect wave that goes away from your face.
Yes.
On both sides, and it looks great. And I only wash I know, I'm so excited about this. I only wash my hair twice a week. So I do it that day, and then the next day when I'm getting ready, it takes only 2 minutes to redo. That's it. So I just comb my hair and redo it in 2 minutes. I'm really excited because I'm all about saving time.
Yes.
I'm like, I've saved time, and now I can do something else, like push-ups.
You're all about saving time and your hair looking amazing because you have such beautiful, shiny, thick hair.
Oh, you're nice. Thank you. I will say my hair has been a life blessing. I'm not going to lie.
Hey, you know what? You got to own whatever brings you confidence because what else do we really have in this lonely world?
Besides confidence. Well, Allie, her hair, she's every second compliments. I mean, there's not a day. Now it's getting to her head a little bit. I was like, dude, your hair ain't that great.
Don't say that.
I don't really say that to her. But she's got beautiful. I mean, she just washes it and mostly air dries, and I'll dry it a little bit towards the end if it's cold. But just nice waves. She looks great. And she is a good ass.
All right, awesome. Well, I know you have to get back to packing. I'm glad we were able to do this quick podcast. And I loved talking about being like conscious consumers, thinking about what we're buying and how it affects the environment and how our children can learn from that as well. And we want to hear from our listeners. What are your thoughts on being a conscious consumer? What decisions and trade-offs do you make? And as always, thanks for listening.